Hi, and welcome to another video of the Target Individual Program. I know it's been a while since I've done uh, one of these videos because the whole coronavirus stuff, plus my son's computer that I have the recording software on, and his microphone is not working. All of a sudden, they stop working. Okay, and so um, I can even no longer connect my phone to the computer to transfer, uh, you know, videos and stuff like that, so I can do my videos in the normal format that you guys would normally see me in. And so I also upgraded my phone, okay, and because it was my son's birthday, he needed a phone, and I was like, there was a deal in which I can upgrade my phone, and so I did that, and then I gave him my old phone so that he can have, and so because he's home, he misses his friends, he can't really talk to his friends and stuff like that, and so get him the phone, he's able to speak to his cousins, his brother whenever he wants to, because I need my phone, right? So, you know, so now he's a lot more happier. He gets to talk to his cousin. They get to play games together online while they're speaking to each other and stuff like that. So, but a lot has happened. A lot has been happening. Still targeted. Uh, a lot of stuff is going on, and recently it has, really, really picked up. Using Pam to target me. She's walking around, again, using hand signals, palm behind the back sort of thing, sending coded messages, um, that sort of thing. And, I mean, nothing that I haven't already mentioned, except for because of also the protester that's been going on, so you have a lot of police presence, so they've also used that opportunity to severely target me, right? Severely microwaving the kids and I. We're barely sleeping, right? Because that's one of the effect of being microwave is that you get we get sleep insomnia where we cannot go to sleep. For the past couple of nights I have not been able to sleep. I think I might have gotten like maybe two and a half, 3 hours a night, and I've been coming home, and staying up because I can't go to sleep, and then have to get up early and then take the bus, go to Pam's, to watch the kids while she's working, right? And normally I would sleep over there, but because of my targeting and what's been going on, I just can't be around her because they're using her to target me, and it's going to cause argument, frustration. And I remember one night she was targeting me. I kind of felt this angry feeling that came over me, and I was like, you know what, let me leave because I don't, you know what I'm saying. So I just, I don't want to cause any arguments and stuff like that. So let me just leave and go. You know what I'm saying? Of course, she hates it because, she, she comes home from work and she just want to go to sleep. She want to go to sleep. She wakes up in the middle of the night, and whatever this that she's doing, what have you, and then come, go back to bed early in the morning, get up, go to work, and come back and just want to go to sleep. I'm with the kids all day. Okay, homeschooling, cleaning. Okay, because my daughter's 6, and you know she makes some serious mess. So I said homeschooling, cleaning, cooking, doing laundry, all this other stuff. Plus, my herniated disc, plus going through heavy noise campaign, plus being microwave. You know what I'm saying? And it was hard for me, this semester in my schooling, because once this hard started, it was like with the kids home, I can barely get anything done. And like I said, she came home and she doesn't give me any help. She just goes straight to sleep because that's how they program her, right? And so, you know, but anyway, let's get back to my targeting. So, like I said, a lot of it has been happening. I'm gonna start this video. There's other videos that I want to do, but once I get the software running and as long as the mic working, I also had to build him a new computer because of that also. So I still have to set it up, but I can't take the time to do it because during the week he has school, right? And he's playing games with his cousin. So I just kind of built it. I said, okay, you know what? Whenever there's a down period, or whenever if I when I go over there in the morning, I'll let him sleep for till like 10 or have you while I'll work on trying to figure all this stuff out, right? So, because of the whole, like I said, because of the whole protesting going on, they've been using this opportunity, the police, to severely target me, right? So in this video, you're gonna see, this is in the morning. I'm walking over. I'm walking to the bus stop, right? As soon as I turn the corner, of course, I see a police car park up at the end, right? There was no police officers outside of their vehicle, right? So I was walking on the same side of the way in which the police vehicle was parked. There was no police outside the vehicle. But as I got closer, okay, as I got closer, right, they came out of their vehicle, okay, I crossed the street, and that was when I started recording. And the clicking noise you're hearing, that's my cane. I'm walking with my cane, so that's what you're hearing. Yeah, there was a lady walking by doing that. And there's actually two of them. There's a white cop and a black cop, right? And the one thing that the reason why you have white cops, black cops, Asian cops, whatever, participating if you're a TI, you're a target, is because the one thing that they have in common, other besides being police officers, is religion. Okay, that's the one other thing that they have in common. Okay, not the fact that they're human beings, because that black police officer could be wearing plain clothes and get stopped by other police officer and possibly shot. Right. So that's to say that the especially as black people, when black people become cops, they somehow feel like they're part of the whole bluebird brotherhood, But that's what they like to fool themselves into believing, right? Okay, that's why they can see a white cops brutalizing and basically violating another black person's civil rights, and they stand there and they do nothing, right? Because to them, they have this uh, this belief, right? What's the word I'm looking for here? Um, Adoration. They have an adoration for white police officers. Okay, so they'll let a white police officers violate your right or my right. Okay. Meanwhile, they're thinking that they're part of the same gang. But once that black cop goes home, take off that uniform, he's driving, what have you. Guess what? Those same white cops, maybe not the ones he's with right there, but from another precinct or from another precinct, they'll stop his ass and give him the same treatment. Okay, but that's the mental illness that we as black people have, is that we worship and we idolize those who violate our rights, those who continue to oppress us and kill us, murder us, all this stuff, right? So that just again, you have to understand the psychology, and this program, the TI program, a huge part of it is psychological. Okay, so when I'm doing these videos and I'm showing you guys these things, is because there's a psychological warfare that is being waged against me, right? And that's one aspect of it, right? Excuse the language. I was very upset because I'm being targeted a lot. So, all right, let me pause this here. So here's another example of something that they do. So as I'm walking, the woman in the jeans outfit, you know, she's standing there, okay, not doing anything. But as soon as I walk up to her, she takes out a pair of gloves in the back of her pocket and decides to, okay, now I'm going to put them on, right? Now, as you see, as she about to put them on, she goes and she looks at her watch. Okay, so again, this is nothing new. They've done this to me in the past, right? And this is, sometimes they'll use doctors. Like if I pass by a hospital, there'll be doctors coming out with their mask on and their scrubs on, and then they'll put on their gloves in front of me. You know what I'm saying? It's like, trying to tell me to shut up or be quiet, and they'll remove the microchip, that sort of thing, which I know it isn't true. And again, that is my interpretation. But when you see it all the time, there's a particular way in which they do these things, right? There's a particular way in which they do these things, right? To send you some subliminal message. So when they start using doctors, over and over again, all of a sudden they'll stop, and all of a sudden you'll now start to see citizens or civilians, right? Whenever they see you, they'll take their gloves out of their pocket and put it on in front of you. And it could be in the wintertime when it's cold as heck, right? It's cold as heck. They have their gloves, but they wouldn't wear it until they're approaching me. Then they'll take it out of their bag or take it out of their pocket, all of a sudden put it on, right? Again, this is neurolinguistic programming, right, which I'm talking about here. Neurolinguistic programming. Okay. All right. So here is a few nights ago. This was I was taking the bus. Okay, so now you hear the person talking behind me. So all of a sudden she comes and stand next to me at the bus stop, okay, and just start talking really, really loud so I can hear her, right? This is what we call uh, conversational hypnosis, right? Or not to say that she's trying to hypnotize me, but she's talking loud so I can hear, because she's going to say triggers, right? Words which is meant to trigger an emotional response, right? Or a thought or a negative thought pattern in my mind. Okay? Because again, I saw her walking towards me. She wasn't talking on her phone. The minute she stops, she got really, really loud speaking behind me. Okay, so here's a picture of what they've been doing in the house since I've been coming home. They have been basically leaving trash outside of my bedroom. Okay, and this is the same morning I'm leaving to go by Pam. Okay, and again, this is all staged. Now to the right, you'll see me pan the camera. Okay, let me see if it's this video. And okay, this is not that one, but this is I was actually taking a Uber to Pam because I woke up late. I slept late, but check this out. Okay, let's go here. Okay, let's go here. Let's go back. Okay, again, that's the because they've been leaving garbage outside my bedroom door in the hallway. Okay. Okay, let me pause this. Let me zoom in a little so you guys can see. So let's go to the, look in the car. You see where he pinches his nose. So as I was approaching the vehicle, the Uber, he pinches, he did like, I don't want to do it, but he pinched his nose, right? As I entered the vehicle, right? So I'm just gonna speed up this. We're just having a conversation here. Okay, so even though we and him had a conversation again, and it was a pretty good conversation, it doesn't matter, right? Because again, they're conditioned, right? Whether they know it or not, to the minute that they see you, they start doing some things like pinching their nose or sticking their fingers in their ears or something. Putting their hand, start touching themselves. Women, they'll start grabbing their boobs. They start playing with their hair. All the stuff from the minute they see you, it's like an automatic response that's built into them to start doing these things when they see you, right? So it is like they're also conditioned because we as TIs, we act as a trigger for them to start doing these things. Just as how they are a trigger for us when they start doing those exact same things also when they see us, right? So this was a night I was waiting for the bus. Again, this is all happening in 1 week now, okay? And yeah. So whenever I'm not giving them that response that they want, okay, then they'll do stuff like this. Particularly when I'm heavily targeted, I'm going home, right? That I always have to be waiting for buses, okay. And then afterwards, like within like 2 minutes later, right? Within like 2 minutes later, you'll see the police vehicle showing up. Now, normally they would be, blazing their sirens and they have their lights on. You hear me say that? Because I know them all too well. Okay. Now, here's a night. I think I was. Let's see what happened here. Yes. So this was last night. Last night. Right. So anyway, let me because again, I'm just talking as I'm playing this video because of the format that I'm using. I'm actually doing this on my phone, right? And so until I can get like the computer working where I can use the software and the mic again, then I start doing it in a proper format. And I probably redo this video also in a proper context. Not in proper context, but in a proper format that I like to do it in. Okay, so what they've been doing, particularly since I've been going home, is that they have been like once they know that I'm going home because again surveillance and listening to the conversation that me and Pam have when we're in the house. So when I say okay I'm going home, because again when she comes home, if I stayed she'll target me and stuff like that. So I say I don't want to deal with this. Let me just go home, right? So what they'll do, they'll start using firecrackers, right? But what they'll do is that they'll use it, as a use it for like a gunshots simulation, and this is what they've been doing also, right? So last night I came home. I actually missed my stop because I was watching a video on my phone, so I was like, okay, I missed my stop. But then I'm like, you know what? Did I really miss my stop, or was it because I was being microwave manipulated to miss my stop? Because when I got off the bus stop, right? When I got off the bus stop, they had again a person standing in front of the bus stop talking to me as I got off, and then I'm walking and I reached close to home, and then right. So I'll explain it. Listen, and this is how real time that they do, because again, listening to my conversation, and even when I'm recording, and they know I'm recording because again I'm being surveilled, then they'll stop. If I wasn't recording, they would have continued doing it. Now I want you to hear the difference between what you just hear and what's going to come up next. And then you hear the car honkings, right? And even in the middle of the night. Yes, right. Which is another thing that they'll do too, is that once I start going home, I start going home on a regular, right? They'll still use adults, but they'll start to incorporate teenagers and children into my targeting now. Now, as soon as I reach my block, as soon as I reach my block, you hear the gunshot. Now that was gunshot. What you heard before was firecrackers. That was gunshot. That is a threat against my life. That's what they're doing. Okay? Yeah, and the Jewish lady, she came out of her house just to pick up the garbage and put it down, and then followed by her husband. But of course, or whoever that male is. But of course, they have to do that because, again, maybe some TI will get angry and beat the crap out of whoever is targeting them. So they have to, have somebody there to, as to, um, what's the word, as like as a deterrence, or if the TI do attack some individual, then there are witnesses to say, okay, the TI attacked the individual, not understanding that they are the ones that are attacking the TI. They are the ones that are psychologically manipulating the TI. Okay, using dark NLP and all these things, and when this type of psychological assault take place as a targeted individual, you have every right to defend yourself by any means necessary. Okay, because it is a brutal assault on your mind, right? And it has been shown that psychological attacks and assault is just as deadly, and sometimes even more dangerous than a physical assault, right? Because some physical assault you can heal from it, okay? But the trauma created by psychological assault, right? It is long lasting, everlasting, and very, very traumatic. Now watch. Let me see if I got this one on. Uh, oh, I think I might have stopped it right here. But I was being approached by one of the young men there, and then he he grabs his crotch. Okay, grabs his crotch. Okay, let's go back to the next one. Let's go to the other one. So this is today. I got to the bus stop, waited. Another bus came again. Bus not in service. Okay, and so okay, and there's a reason why they didn't stop when I pressed the button, right? Because I was supposed to stop, get off at the stop before this one. But there's a reason why they will completely ignore that the signal is pressed so that they can stop at the bus stop, right? 'Cause that's what they have those buttons for. Because if you're going to get off at a certain stop, you press the button, it's supposed to stop at that stop. And this bus is not an express bus. It's not a limited bus, right? It is a regular bus, and at least that particular bus, there is no express or limited. Okay, it stops supposed to stop at every bus stop that you press, right? And so they just totally ignore. And then of course they have, yeah, see, you'll see him. You see, as I said, as they see me, they start to go into their little actions that they do, right? Now watch this guy in front of me, right? So he gets off at the stop. See, he starts to stick his finger in his ears. Okay. Now see the guy that was in front of me. He goes as if he's walking across the street. Then he's gonna come back in front of me. The one that sticks his finger in his ear. See, there he goes again. And as the young lady is walking by, he covers his mouth, right? And then as she's walking, she was looking at. Let me see where he at. Let's go back here. See where she. Okay. You'll see him. You see he has his hands up like that. Now she's approaching. She starts looking at my crotch, and then she looks down, looks away, and then she looks up. Okay. Did you see how she looks up? Right. So she looks down at my crotch. Let's see. Go back again. See if I can get it. Okay. Let's go here. So her head is down, looking down at my crotch.